Welcome to Alexis Drinks, where we talk alcohol with your favorite people. We're here at 8 and Stand in Woodbury. Let's go see what they're drinking. Hello and welcome to the first Alexis Drinks of 2022. I'm so excited to be here at 8 and Stand with Chris and Josh.
How's it going? What's going on?
Hey guys, thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely.
And we grabbed Rich in to, make it super funsies.
Yes.
So I appreciate you guys coming on the show or having us here. And again, it's my first show since October of 2021. So, a lot has happened since then.
No, what has happened?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's great. But no, we're here in beautiful Woodbury, where we love, and where I have some personal connections because I got to be here at your grand opening.
Yes.
And I've gotten the chance to taste some beer early on. So I really love it.
I'll never forget that grand opening when we cut the ribbon too early. We're like, no. Sorry, someone handed a scissors.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna cut it.
Like the mayor wasn't there yet.
That feels so long ago. It feels like 20 years ago.
I know it does.
I mean, it was a different world in so many ways. It was a different world in beer even
Absolutely.
back then. What year was that?
2016.
Oh.
2016. That is, oh my God. Oh.
I know. I think that we were in the 40s of breweries in New Jersey.
And now we're in the 140s.
And now we're in the 140s.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow, that's awesome. Everyone should find out what their number is.
I know, yeah. I don't know how to look that up. Burke probably does.
I think it's 186 was the last.
No, I know, but what your number is, what number you are in the line.
Well, I want to know that number too.
Right. I mean, we're gonna find that out. We're gonna do some research. So in the meantime, let's drink.
Oh yeah.
So what do we have? What do we have here today?
So we've got Knob Creek single barrel.
Ooh.
Don't take a big swig yet, please.
I'm just smelling.
You'll burn your esophagus out. This is my cousin has a charity, Bourbon Brigade, and they buy barrels and they bottle them, and then part of that, they pay for them. Part of that goes to a charity, and it's different every time, so it's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and they know their stuff. They go down there and choose it. It's super cool.
Yeah. So what do they support? What is this bottle supporting?
I don't remember what. I think this one is baseball,
baseball.
There's a youth
baseball
club.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's different every single time. They don't always put it on the label, but in the emails that you get, they usually tell you what you're donating to.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Cool.
I love that. I love that idea. And so we're drinking your cousin's charity's barrel of Knob Creek.
Now, usually I like to take a little sip of it if it's 120. And then you really should dilute it with water, down to a 90 proof.
All right, let's do that.
Cheers.
Sure, cheers.
Cheers, guys. Nothing like burning your taste buds to taste beer later.
Your taste buds off, and then. Gosh, yes, that is
nice.
It's got some heat to it.
Yes.
And it's smooth too.
Yeah. Well, for 100, yes.
Do you want to start? Yeah.
That is
just cherry notes everywhere for me. Cherry and wood.
Delightful. And so how does one dilute it down to, I'm going to let you do that for me because
There's no exact science.
You just pour
it. should be room temperature water.
Great.
And then
learning some things.
Yep. Pass it all down.
Oh no, you're going to have to do it yourself.
Yeah, don't do it with ice water or anything.
Okay, so room temperature water.
No ice cubes, I'm assuming.
No ice.
No.
Ice cubes.
You, sir.
What?
Get out.
It was a joke.
No.
It was a joke.
Nobody watched me drink bourbon.
That's it's just
completely changes, not completely changes, but it does.
Oh, there's less burn. Well, how about that?
For sure.
No, it definitely does open it up.
Yeah, it takes the heat out, but doesn't change the flavor component.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is reminding me of this whiskey and beer pairing I had done with Tara Nurin, and she had a Beer Babes.
Yes.
Beer Babes, I think it was called. And like she had this, and we did. She was like, drink the whiskey and then add a couple of drops of water and then drink it again. And I was just like, this is amazing.
I love it. Yeah. Yep.
So,
Wow.
yeah, it turns out this is how you drink stuff. This is how you drink
Alexis
Knob
Drinks.
Yeah. This is not how I drink bourbon.
Oh, Josh, how do you?
I'm sloppy.
Yeah.
My sort of Neanderthal, and I just sort of made it disappear. It worked out really well, so
Without the water.
I'm not unhappy.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah, no, this is delightful. So Bourbon Brigade is what it's called?
Bourbon and Brigante.
Bourbon
yeah.
Brigante.
Yep,
Okay, I'm going to
right
look
out
them
of
up too. Out of Brooklyn. Love that.
Yep. I'm sure I messed
Awesome.
something up and he's going to really make fun of me for it.
No, it's beautiful. Thank you for the Knob Creek, guys.
Totally.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. And so, and it still smells very good. I've gotten this I realized I caught myself once about a year or two ago with my nose like fully in a glass, and I was like, oh, this is what this industry has done to me. I'm one of those nerds.
I caught myself doing it with water once. What the hell am I like? What am I doing? that's when you know you've been drinking beer too much. This doesn't smell like it. Oh, it's water.
Yeah. On this one.
I love the ammonia buildup you get in this particular
Oh,
town.
yes. Sodium bicarbonate. Oh, that's a little bit too much of that.
All right, you got me beat. That's awesome. On that note, what's our next
One.
next one?
Get this drinking started.
I know.
Yes.
Clearly it's going well so far.
It's going so well.
Let's see if this one, how we do with this one. So this is Referend, which used to be in New Jersey. I think that
Are they still in South Jersey, technically? In Jersey?
Referend, reach out to us.
Yeah.
Tell us where you are.
You're awesome. That's why we're drinking beer from you guys.
No, we do. Yes.
I think
Big
everything
fan.
they do is, I'm
Nice of them.
again just speaking out of my ass, but I think everything that they do is bottled, and all it is, all of them are sours.
Isn't it wild fermentation?
All of them, I think,
Yep.
are
Like, don't they just
wild.
like
And barrel
pour
Yes,
and
they
just
don't
like
do kettle sours.
let it out to the world,
I think
to the like
Some of
leave
it
it
is-
out to the open?
Oh,
Some
that's
of it is
delicious.
definitely
sounding.
probably just open fermentation.
Oh, so open and wild, different types of fermentation.
No, open is letting the wild
Right.
stuff come in.
Right. Yeah, which I was just like
Like in a cool ship?
in a what?
What's that thing called? The big open tub sort of thing?
I don't know.
Isn't that a big
Listen,
device? Isn't that a...
Maybe
Who's a
that's
brewer?
Fridge, tell us what the vat is
That's
that
a
you
cool
put your
ship, right?
They're open. Angry Steam does that a lot, although their
Yeah.
beers are in huge
I know
vats.
Troves does it too. Yeah.
Cool.
Open
Just
fermentation, it's
yeah.
called. In vat.
Wait, somebody will get me in the
There's like
comments.
A thing at the top.
Yeah,
where,
tell
you know,
us all
yes.
about it.
I'm either right or wrong, and it's
Well-
going to be great.
I'm gonna text Burke right now.
I do.
Burke, what
I
is he
do.
talking about? I only know numbers.
I love that concept, right? Because I'm the kind of like I always hear a lot about how brewing is a lot like cooking. Everything's, you just like kind of
Layer it on top of each other.
yeah.
You gotta come
Play
up
with
a nice
flavors,
recipe, you
right? We'll
test
make
it
sure
out,
everything
does it
works
work,
right.
Change it up.
But this feels like more my style of cooking, which is just like throw shit in a pot and see what comes out.
There's a lot of risk. I'm
How
sure
much
that they
risk?
pour some beer, down the drain because it's.
Well, the
not
fancy
easy.
name for that is to throw stuff in a pot. It's spontaneously fermented.
Yep.
Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna call all of
Andrew, one of our brewer, is just laughing his ass off.
Andrew's like, what is going on? What have I stumbled across? We're gonna make Andrew come into the shot at some point because he's wearing a great T-shirt.
Yeah, totally.
So,
Probably knows the answer to that question, too.
so yeah. What are those vats called, Andrew?
Open fermentation vats. What did you call them, Rick?
Cool ship?
Cool ship.
Is that a thing?
There you go.
Cheers to you.
Cheers!
Ah,
That's
Cheers.
cheers.
Hey. Thanks, Andrew.
Dum Dum knew something. Look at that.
No, get at it.
Ooh, and so what is this?
So it's in a Berliner Weiss. It's a spontaneously fermented pale wheat beer inspired by the Berliner Weiss of Germany.
Ooh,
It's sensational.
I know.
it is. It's
Absolutely
it's
my
like
style. Oh.
Oh yeah, it's crisp, it's tart, it's clean. You know, like it's just
Clean, not overly acidic, not overly
No.
sour.
It's
Very well balanced.
Balanced. That's what I was.
One of those
yes.
rare, like well-balanced beers these days. Not overly bitter, not overly sour.
Yep, not overly sweet.
Oh yeah.
Totally. I usually can only have one, one sour, but this one I could
Yeah.
probably do one.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Yes.
What's the
What's
ABV?
I was just going to ask you, what's the ABV? Maybe I can only do
Find that
one.
out.
This is also from 2019, October 11th.
Awesome.
And
No,
it
like
is
nice. What is that? Self-control. I keep getting bottles and I'm like, oh, I'm going to age this bottle.
Yeah, I have so many bottles for you then because they're all in my basement.
That never
Great.
works for me. I
No.
drink them right away.
Same,
Yeah.
same. And here's my problem, right? I'm collecting cans of beers that should not be aged
Okay.
and because
yeah.
I like impulse buy, like
It was at the counter.
I was, and my
99 cents. Wow.
yes.
I'm sure it's great.
Meanwhile, I'll get like something like this, and I'll be like, I gotta drink that right away.
Yep.
Come on, Deegan, figure it out. But no, this is phenomenal.
And it's 3.5%, which is like I like
Oh my
to
gosh,
live there.
that is a
Oh.
Berliner
I
Weiss.
love
Yeah,
3.5%.
that's where they should be.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Remember when we were so proud of our Berliner Weiss back in the day.
Yeah, it did great.
Yeah. no.
No one tried.
Oh no.
It was so good too.
I'm gonna have some more, guys.
You know,
Oh,
that's
please.
This is what I do. This is how I roll.
I always think there's a really good thing that happens between art and or beer and music, where sometimes you make this really good art and nobody's paying attention to it, but it can be really great.
Yeah.
Like it happens
yeah.
in beer all the time. You can make
Yeah.
a beer, and because the kids are drinking something, it's not that beer.
That totally. We have a beer here that we all love. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Some kids.
love. And a few of the regulars that come in absolutely love. And if we don't have it on, they're mad. And yet,
Sorry.
no one else other than them and us drink it.
Which beer is this?
A brass pounder.
Okay. Oh,
Just
I
kind
know.
of
I've
an
had
English
that.
mild.
Oh, I like that though. I've had it.
Good, yeah.
No, and I like it.
Yeah. I love the style too. I mean, Yard's Brawler is one of my favorite
Yeah.
beers.
Oh,
So drinkable.
like that, okay, yeah.
Yeah, very similar, malty but light.
Yep.
4.5%, really drinkable. It's one of those rare, dark, drinkable, refreshing beers.
Yeah.
Well, and I always also called your parlor car. Your parlor car was my IPA gateway beer.
Okay.
Out.
Oh yeah. Well,
Josh is having agita. He's like,
No.
no, I loved it so much.
That style was
I
all the
loved
rage
it
when that
too.
came
I
out
loved
back
it so
then.
Well, and I came here for a meeting. It was like my first NJBA meeting because I knew you guys, so
Yep.
I was not as insecure. And I was just like, I don't like IPAs. And your brewer at the time came and stuck an IPA in front of me, and I was like,
It was a brewed IPA, I think.
yes, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
So on that great note, I'm excited to pause here so we can get to your beer.
Nice.
Stay with us, kids.
BrewU is the app to send and receive drinks. Buying a drink with BrewU is easy. First, select a recipient, choose the location, and then pick a drink from their menu and send it out. It's easy to stay connected with the people you care about with BrewU. Whether it's a birthday or promotion, or just because, sending a drink with BrewU is great for any occasion. When someone buys you a drink, you'll receive a notification with the details, and the drink will be stored in the app until you redeem it. When you're ready to redeem a drink, follow the prompts and show the bartender the confirmation screen. Once your drink is received, close it out on the app and say thanks. Then, cheers! You just received your first drink on BrewU. Available for download on the App Store and Google Play Store.
And we're back for the second half of the first Alexis Drinks of 2022. Yay. All the numbers. I'm very excited to get into drinking the 8 and Sand beers we have in front of us. Right. We have a sour.
That's right.
But tell me more about it.
So this is Underground, which is a kettle sour. Mm-hmm. And we put in some fresh pink guava puree in there as well. Mm. So we got a lot of pink guava in there. Pink guava is actually a subtle flavor, so we had to put so much in there to get the full character of it.
Yeah.
But I think we were super successful. Super refreshing. It's a little higher, like around 6%.
Mm-hmm. Love that. I feel like guava is showing up a lot of places in the best way.
Yeah.
I had a guava and panada the other day.
I love that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It was delicious.
I've seen like they're using guava now in the savory characteristics as well, not just sweet. Which is
Not just sweet.
that is
That's so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite sours we make. Probably the first one is Lay and Rail, but this one is probably my second. It's just easy
Well, and
to
again,
drink.
a nice balance. It doesn't, it's not aggressive.
Yeah.
I would think that anyone who was trying to get into it, again, talk about gateway beers, which is like my favorite thing to do. Everyone knows. This is a great gateway sour.
Yes, I agree.
And kettle sours in general are great. So if you're looking about getting into sours, and it's way too much for you, kettle sours are a little more subtle. They're a little more on the tart side, a little on the sweeter side, not necessarily bitter or
Right.
extremely tart. So kettle sours in general are great gateway beers into the sour world.
Yeah.
Awesome. See?
Yeah.
Gateway. Get your gateway beer.
I just find it so crazy that sours can be made 3 different ways, and I think Andrew and Burke have done all 3 of them. It's just
We keep
insane.
talking to Andrew off the camera because he refuses to
Cheers, Andrew.
come on it. But he's wearing a great shirt and he's telling us great things, so we're big fans.
Yes.
We're gonna learn about the. Yes, here he comes.
I do have to say, it's actually not a kettle sour.
Oh, we're learning things.
This one
Oh.
is made with a yeast that actually puts off lactic
I love
acid.
it.
Okay.
That's
all
science.
right.
I stayed
That
from
is-
years ago.
Oh, is it?
I think Philly.
You
The guy
did
in
it.
Philly found that guy from Temple or something.
Temple or yeah, one of those colleges.
Yeah.
It's Sour Bissier is the name
Sour
of the yeast.
Bissier.
Yep.
So.
Anyway, that's my time.
Thanks, Andrew. Thank you. Great shirt.
Perfect.
I called it sciencey yeast.
Science,
Might be
love
the
that.
weirdest thing I said all day. Sciencey yeast.
Science the shit out of it, you know?
Yeah,
Science
sure.
the shit out of the beer.
That's right.
Love it. And so we've got, now that's 2 of the ways. So we've got the kettle is
Kettle.
one way to make things sour. Based on the name
Yeah.
kettle sour.
Adding
keep it on the
bacteria
toes.
wild.
Adding wild bacteria is another way. And then this
This is the third one.
yeasty,
Yeah.
this sour
the
yeast.
yeast poops out the sour stuff.
Love
I
that.
always like to say poop.
I find,
Well,
very
because
refreshing.
yeast, because that's what it is, right? Doesn't yeast poop out the alcohol? Isn't that what
And
it poops
CO2,
out?
yeah.
CO2, yeah, there you go.
Sours were my gateway even into beer. I
Oh,
was
really?
a wine person, so I
Oh, yes.
wasn't a beer person at all,
Yes.
and then sours sort of drank like wine.
Yes,
And I'm like,
absolutely.
oh, I get it.
Yes.
I kind of.
Whenever I have
Yeah.
a wine drinker who wants to get into, unless they're into like super sweet wine, if they're into
Oh, yeah, that kind of wine
Sugar,
drinker. I mean, like if
you
you're
know.
a wine drinker, like if you like Cabernets, and like if you're,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
a wine snob.
Yeah.
Well, no, but sure, but like, so yeah, in that scenario, if someone's
Yeah.
like, oh, I really like, super sweet wines, I'm like, okay, well, I've got a different beer for you, but like other
Oh, yeah.
wines, sours, and then, even then you can like pick your sour based on the type of wine
True,
that they,
yeah.
I always find saisons as well, with
Yeah.
transferring from wine.
I feel
Love
like
saison.
like a good white wine drinker would do a saison.
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about this, like gateway beers and trying to get more New Jersey people to drink beer because we were just looking at this, and again, I'm a numbers guy, but per capita, New Jersey's like 44th in the amount of beer each person consumes in the U.S.
But we're like,
What? 44? Like in
Jersey,
the 40s.
do better.
We don't drink that much beer.
We should drink
Even
more beer.
even regular beer too. Like you're kind of
Anything.
Budweiser,
Including
like
it,
beer.
yeah,
Anyway.
including
Wow.
beer in general. Yeah, Brewers Association put that out, and I was just like, oh man, that doesn't make me feel great.
or are we? Is there just like an untapped market? That
An
we just
opportunity.
have? An
That's what we were
opportunity.
hoping for. Gateway
what?
beers.
Gateway
Try to get
beers,
the
yeah.
sours, the Hefeweizens, kind of stuff like that.
Figure out how to catch those other alcohol. Because don't we drink a lot of alcohol though, as a state?
I haven't seen that, but I believe you.
I'm helping.
Yes, I believe you. I know. I drink a lot of alcohol.
It's strange, the surrounding states, like PA and Delaware, are way up on the list.
Way up on
Yes.
the list. Yeah, exactly. New York even.
Jersey, do better. Drink more. Drink more
Drink more
beer.
beer.
And
Yeah,
if you're
local
going to drink
specific.
more beer, drink more craft beer from your local brewery.
Any one of us, yes. Yeah. Go to your local.
Go to your local brewery and then have them suggest your next local brewery. So good.
That would be a good ending though. And the show.
And the show is done. No, but well,
This
we
has been an
have
announcement.
but
The
that
more you
kind of
learn.
brings us to the theme of our next beer.
Perfect.
So listen, guys, I segue well.
Perfect.
I segue super awkward. Well, thank you so much.
There you go.
So while Josh is pouring, this is Island Culture.
Island culture,
Okay.
exactly. So the base beer is a tropical stout. Andrew was just explaining.
Andrew was, and he said words, and I totally heard the words.
So it's a clean lager yeast, so a pretty clean flavor. And then the hops, it's pretty hopped up. So sorry, I should be passing these.
No worries.
Come on, man.
I think Sabro was one of the hops that he used. So kind of a lot of tropical fruit notes, a little bit of coconut, you know.
That nose is bonkers. Like you don't see that
what is
coming at all.
this?
I'm just gonna say it's heavy on the rum. We wanted this to be island culture, like you're in Jamaica just drinking some rum.
So that being said, they are aged in Jamaican rum barrels.
Okay, cool.
Hence the huge rum sugarcane
Okay.
nose.
Probably should have left it.
And surprisingly, with all that, the nose and the character, it was only aged 3 months. They were super wet when they came in. We got so much rum out of the barrels actually when they came in. It was
Physical
crazy.
rum. It's
Physical
in-
rum.
It might be in the office.
No.
Ooh. Alexis Drinks contraband rum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not contraband, but you know. Oh,
This
wow.
almost has like a beer cocktail feel to it.
It does.
Really
Ooh,
nice.
You could make some beer cocktails out of this.
Yeah, definitely.
I know Burke hates this when I say it, but sometimes I will mix the beers that we have on tap, and I'll add a little bit of our coffee porter to this.
Okay.
Rum, barrel aged coffee, just so good.
So maybe like earmuffs, Burke, but like
Burke earmuffs.
earmuffs, just one person.
True now.
I do love that. I love
I know.
when Frank Hiller.
Yes.
Everyone knows Frank Hiller. I love going to wherever he's pouring and being like, pour me something.
Yeah.
You know, and he always just like mixes things, and it
Yeah.
just. I think if you do it well, it can really enhance both beer flavors. It
Yes.
gives you like a different experience.
If
which
it
I
makes
like.
sense, exactly.
Yeah, and I would love some coffee porter in
Yeah, right.
this. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, we can let now, Burke. You can remove your earmuff.
Remove it.
It'd be funny if you did.
That would be awesome. Nobody listens to me like that, though.
And this is one of the first cans we put out that's tasting room only. Is that true?
Yeah, it's one of the few tasting room only beers we have.
But it's in a can.
It's in a can.
Oh.
So, yeah, we have it on draft and in cans. But
Okay.
It's only sold at the brewery itself.
And so, yeah, it's also the first barrel aged beer we put in cans.
Oh.
So this is like a lot of firsts over
It's a lot of
here.
firsts.
A lot of firsts.
There
Love
you
that.
go,
Love
yeah.
it. Thank you. And so, but other than here, your tasting room, where you can only get island culture, like where else can we find you guys?
There you go.
You can find us most liquor stores and most bars in South Jersey. We're slowly making our way up north. We're tackling Central Jersey right now. We're going to make our way north. You can find us in a couple of
There is
different
no
bars.
Central Jersey.
Ooh, no,
there
we're not
is
having that
I'm
debate.
kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I'll get in trouble from both sides of that.
I'm kidding.
Both sides.
We're in
What
trouble.
should I be saying? No Central Jersey or
No,
yes?
no, yes, we're just,
Whatever you want.
they're creeping
The
up
middle of the
north.
state.
Yeah.
Northerner than they are at this moment. What counties are you going to be in that part of the state?
Yeah.
We promise no controversy.
No,
Taylor Hammer
sorry.
pork roll. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
But you can find us anywhere in South Jersey.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah.
tackling Mercer, Middlesex, that area as well.
Nice, excellent.
But you can find us most places.
Yeah, anything fun coming up?
As far as next run, we have our famous Space Force, which is our double IPA. It was our first double IPA we put out. That's always got a great following. That comes out next month.
Okay, excellent.
And we also have our Nelson Saison, which is dry hop Saison, bring up Saisons again, which is one of my favorite beers we've done.
You know, we had the Nelson Saison on the Axe and Arrow show. And it was-
They love that beer.
They
I
do.
love how much she loves that. They
She
love
does
that
love-
beer.
yes,
Yes, that's
and
so
we-
cool.
We drank it, it was delicious, and yeah, I'm very excited for its return as a result.
That's got a very Sauvignon Blanc feel to it, though.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah, and a great can.
Yes. We won't say what's on it.
No, but you should get the can yourself to
Perfect,
see.
yeah. One of our servers, Sean, made that Nelson can.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he
Nice.
did it. He did it
See?
himself.
I love that part of like the brewing world is like, you know, everyone has a hand in like everything.
Yeah, everyone's throwing out suggestions and all that stuff. Some are a little too crazy to implement.
Listen, sometimes you just say thank you,
Yes, thanks.
but no. We're gonna put that in the vault for
Yeah.
any other time.
Anyway.
Well, great. This is. Oh, and also, one last thing. You have something exciting happening with your barrel.
Oh,
You have
yes.
barrels going places.
How do you know that?
I
Oh my
listened to the
Inside
rumor mill.
information. We have a leak in the brewery.
Oh my gosh, who is
The leak is you. Never mind. Cancel. They're not. The barrels are going nowhere. It's
So the
fine.
barrels we did get, they came right from Jamaica. We don't know exactly what distillery they came from, but we're aging some beer in them now. And we're going to hand them to our local rum distillery called Striped Lion, which is only a few blocks from here. And they're going to age some rum, and then they're going to give it back to us. We'll age some more beer in it. So it'll be like rum beer, which would be cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is so much fun, and I wish the state of New Jersey would allow for like the sale of that at the same time at both places.
Yes, that's.
Like in like a little
There's-
like
yeah.
this here and the rum here. That would be amazing.
That would be so cool. Guest distilleries on.
All that sort of thing.
The Striped Lion is right here in Woodbury. They're
Striped
great. They've
Lion.
been open for almost 2 years, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, I think 2 years.
It's been a while. They
Holy
opened
Moses.
right in the thick of everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they're making it, and they make some great products, and they're getting their names out there, and they're only a few blocks from here.
Awesome. I gotta harass them all. Maybe I'll be like, hey.
They're great people.
Yeah.
Josh says you're great. So does Chris. Both Chris's. Well, awesome. Thank you guys so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
And for all the
anytime.
info, and cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
And y'all, we'll see you next time.